Right now, you're thinking a thought that's either creating your dream life or keeping you stuck exactly where you are. I'm Louise Hay, and I'm about to show you the difference. Most people wake up and immediately start thinking thoughts that sabotage their entire day. Monday again. I look terrible. I can't handle this stress. Those aren't just random thoughts. They're affirmations, instructions you're giving your brain about what to create in your life. And your brain is listening to every single one. I used to be the queen of negative thinking. Fear, poverty, self-hatred. I had it all. Then I discovered something that changed everything. I could choose different thoughts. And when I did, my entire reality shifted. Today, my life is abundant, joyful, and filled with love. Not because I got lucky, but because I learned to think differently. And if I could do it from where I was, you can absolutely do it too. In the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how to reprogram your mind for success, health, love, and abundance. You'll discover why most people's positive thinking fails, and the simple technique that makes it work every time. You'll learn the one practice that changes lives faster than anything else I've ever seen. And you'll walk away with specific tools you can use immediately to start creating the life you actually want. But here's what I need from you. I need you to be willing to try something that might feel a little uncomfortable. Your logical mind might want to argue with some of what I share. That's normal. Just stay with me. Because the thoughts that created your current life can't create a different one. To get different results, you need different thoughts. And I'm going to show you exactly how to choose them. Right now, I want you to say something with me. Just try it. I am willing to think differently. Good. That's your first new thought. And if you said it even reluctantly, you've already begun changing your life. Now let me show you why most people's affirmations fail completely and the simple formula that makes them work. Here's why most people's positive thinking doesn't work. You say, I am confident once in the morning, then spend the rest of the day thinking, I'm so awkward, I can't do this. Everyone's judging me. Your brain hears all your thoughts, not just the pretty ones. And the negative ones are usually louder because they have more emotion behind them. It's like trying to fill a bucket that has holes in the bottom. Think of your mind like soil. Affirmations are seeds. You can plant the most beautiful seeds in the world, but if your soil is full of criticism, doubt, and fear, nothing grows. The secret isn't better seeds. The secret is better soil. You have to create the right mental atmosphere first. Here's your first technique. Always say your affirmations in present tense, not, I will be healthy. Say, I am healthy. Why? Because your brain doesn't distinguish between I am and I will be. When you say, I am, your brain responds as if it's happening now. When you say, I will, your brain puts it in the future, and the future never arrives. Now here's the game changer. You must feel good when you say your affirmations. How do you feel right now? Good or bad? If you feel bad, your affirmations are like planting seeds in concrete. Nothing will grow. So before you affirm anything, shift your feeling first. Take 3 deep breaths. Think of something that makes you smile. Pet your dog. Look at a beautiful photo. Remember a happy moment. Get yourself feeling good first. Then say your affirmations from that feeling place. Now, I'm not perfect at this. I choose good thoughts about 75% of the time, and that's enough. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. If you can catch yourself thinking negatively and choose better thoughts even half the time at first, you'll see changes. I used to wake up thinking about problems. Now I wake up thinking of 3 things I'm grateful for. That one change transformed my mornings, and my mornings transformed my life. Let me tell you about Sarah, a working mom who tried this. She used to look in the bathroom mirror every morning and think, I look exhausted. This day is going to be horrible. I taught her to look in that same mirror and say, I am strong. I can handle anything today brings. Just that one change. Within 2 weeks, her energy shifted. Her kids noticed. Her husband noticed. Her co-workers started asking what was different about her. The technique that changed Sarah's life in 2 weeks is what I'm going to teach you next. It's simple, it's powerful, and it might feel uncomfortable at first. But if you're willing to try something that feels a little scary, this could be the moment everything changes for you. The technique I'm about to share has changed more lives than anything else I've ever taught. It's called mirror work, looking yourself in the eyes while you say your affirmations. And I can already feel some of you wanting to skip this part. That's exactly why you need to hear it. If you can't look yourself in the eyes and speak lovingly, how can you expect anyone else to love you? Here's why mirrors are so powerful. Most negative messages you received as a child came from people looking you in the eye. You're being bad. What's wrong with you? So now when you look in a mirror, your subconscious expects criticism. But what if every time you looked in your eyes, you heard love instead? That's what mirror work does. It rewires your relationship with yourself. Here's how it works. Every morning, look in your eyes and say, I love you. Every evening, same thing. I love you. I really love you. Your mind will probably say, this is stupid, or I can't do this. Perfect. Do it anyway. You might feel emotional. You might feel silly. You might want to look away. All normal. Keep going. If you want to try this right now, find any reflective surface. Your phone screen, a window, anything. If you're not ready, that's okay too. Just listen and try it later. For those willing to try, look into your eyes. See that person who's been through challenges and is still here, still growing, still brave enough to try new things. When you're ready, say, I love you. How did that feel? Whatever you felt is exactly right. Here's how to use this daily. Every time you pass a mirror, give yourself a loving message. Good day. Thank you. You did great. Difficult day. I love you anyway. Tomorrow's a fresh start. This one practice, loving yourself in the mirror, becomes the foundation for everything else. Because when you have genuine self-love, you can create health, abundance, and beautiful relationships from that foundation. So let's talk about how to apply this to the specific areas of your life that matter most. When I started loving my body instead of criticizing it, something magical happened. I naturally began craving healthier foods. Exercise became joyful instead of punishment. How many of you wake up and immediately start criticizing your body? I look terrible. I feel fat. I'm falling apart. Your body hears every thought, and it's working 24/7 to give you perfect health despite how you treat it. Think of your body as the most devoted employee you've ever had. Your heart beats, your lungs breathe, your immune system fights infections, all without you thinking about it. But when you criticize and hate your body, you're making its job impossible. It's like having a faithful worker you constantly tell they're not good enough. What if instead You became your body's biggest supporter. Here's what changes everything. Start each day by thanking your body. Thank you, body, for carrying me through life. Thank you, heart, for beating so faithfully. When you eat, say, "This food nourishes every cell in my body." When you exercise, celebrate instead of punish. I love feeling strong and alive. If you have health challenges, speak to your body like a loving parent. I love you, and we're going to heal together. Here are 3 powerful health affirmations. I love and appreciate my body, and my body loves me back. Every cell in my body vibrates with perfect health. I make healthy choices easily and joyfully. Choose one. Say it with feeling every morning in the mirror. Now, as you begin healing your relationship with your body, old emotional wounds might surface. That's not a problem. That's progress, because lasting healing requires us to heal our hearts too. You cannot create a joyful future while carrying the pain of the past. Every resentment is like an anchor, keeping you stuck. You can say, "I am happy and free all day," but if you're still angry at your ex, still hurt by childhood wounds, still guilty about past mistakes, those feelings will block your good every time. Forgiveness doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It doesn't mean you trust them or want them in your life. Forgiveness is about you, not them. It's like carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks. Each resentment is a rock. Forgiveness is taking those rocks out so you can walk freely. You're not saying the rocks were okay. You're saying you're tired of carrying them. Here's how to forgive. Feel it, release it, choose freedom. Feel your feelings about what happened. Don't minimize or pretend it didn't hurt. Then choose to let it go. I choose freedom over being right. I choose peace over pain. You might have to choose release many times. That's normal. Forgiveness is usually a process, not a one-time event. The hardest person to forgive is usually yourself. You were doing the best you could with what you knew then. We all were. You can't change the past, but you can choose to learn from it and let it go. When you forgive yourself, forgiving others becomes natural. 3 forgiveness affirmations. I forgive myself and others, and I am free. The past is over and has no power over me now. I choose love over resentment and peace over being right. As you release the past, you free up enormous energy that was trapped in old hurts. That energy naturally flows toward creating abundance in your life. When I started saying, "Money flows to me easily," I had $73 in my bank account. But I kept saying it with feeling. Slowly, opportunities appeared. Speaking engagements, book deals, business partnerships. Today, my company is worth millions. Not because I got lucky, but because I changed my thinking about money. And if someone who grew up poor and afraid could do it, so can you. First, identify what you learned about money as a child. Money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Rich people are greedy. Every one of those is an affirmation of lack. If you heard them repeatedly, they're probably still running your financial life. But here's the truth. There is enough. The universe is abundantly generous. The only limit is in your thinking. Here's what I've learned. What you give out creates your capacity to receive. When you're generous, honest, and add value to people's lives, abundance flows naturally. At my company, we've always been honest and generous. We pay fair wages, deliver quality work, and treat people with respect. Prosperity flows to us from every direction. Be impeccable with your integrity. Pay your debts. Give value. The universe responds to that energy. Here's a simple daily practice. Stand with your arms open wide and say with real enthusiasm, I am open and receptive to all the abundance in the universe. Practice receiving. Accept compliments. Let people help you. Allow yourself to have nice things. Remember, when you prosper, you create opportunities for others to prosper too. 3 prosperity affirmations. I am deeply appreciated and well compensated. Money flows to me easily from multiple sources. I deserve prosperity and I accept it now. As you feel more abundant and worthy, something beautiful happens in your relationships. You attract people who see your value and treat you well. You cannot create love by hunting for it, needing it, or trying to get someone else to complete you. Love flows from wholeness, not from emptiness. When you love yourself genuinely, you become magnetic to people who love you too. But when you're desperate for love, you attract other desperate people. And 2 incomplete people cannot create a healthy relationship. I once worked with a woman named Jennifer who spent years looking for the one to make her happy. She'd go on dates feeling anxious and needy. I taught her to fall in love with herself first. She started doing mirror work, treating herself well, enjoying her own company. Within 6 months, she met a wonderful man. Not because she was hunting, but because she was radiating the love she'd developed for herself. The love you give yourself sets the standard for how others treat you. To meet quality people, go where you'll naturally connect. Classes, volunteer work, hobby groups. Go to enjoy yourself and contribute, not to hunt for a mate. Stop trying to change your partner. Change yourself. Stop keeping score. Start appreciating what's good. When one person in a relationship chooses love over judgment, the whole dynamic can shift. 3 relationship affirmations. I love myself completely and attract loving relationships. I am worthy of healthy, respectful love. Love flows through me and returns to me multiplied. This foundation of self-love we've been building for your health, forgiveness, prosperity, and relationships all comes down to one thing: how you feel about yourself. You were born absolutely perfect. As a baby, you knew you were the center of the universe and weren't afraid to ask for what you wanted. You loved every inch of your body. You had no shame, no comparison, no self-doubt. That confident, lovable being is still who you are, underneath all the conditioning. Somewhere along the way, adults gave you messages that made you doubt your worth. But those messages were never true. They were just opinions based on their own fears. You have the right to think differently than your family thought. You can choose thoughts that honor the magnificent being you truly are. 3 self-esteem affirmations. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I trust myself to make good decisions. I am worthy of my own love and respect. Now you have all the tools. The question is, will you use them? Let me show you exactly how to put this into practice, starting today. Here's what changes everything, and it's simpler than you think. Pick one affirmation from today, the one that gave you the strongest reaction, whether excitement or resistance. Say it in the mirror twice a day for 1 week, morning and evening. That's it. Not perfect practice, just consistent practice. 7 days, twice a day, with feeling. Here's what will happen. After a few days, you might think, this isn't working, nothing's changed. But here's what's actually happening. Your brain is rewiring. Your energy is shifting. The universe is rearranging circumstances. Sometimes things have to shift before they improve. Sometimes you have to release old patterns before new ones can take hold. When you feel like quitting, go to the mirror and say, I trust this process. I trust myself. I am willing to keep going. As you change, people around you might resist. They might say, "You're acting weird. This affirmation stuff is silly." They're not trying to hurt you. They're just uncomfortable with change because your growth challenges their limiting beliefs. You have the right to think differently than your family. You have the right to create a life that's different from theirs. Don't argue. Don't try to convince them. Just keep doing your work quietly and consistently. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start right now. Choose your affirmation. What's the one thing you most want to create? Health. I love and appreciate my healthy body. Love. I love myself completely and attract loving relationships. Prosperity. I am open and receptive to abundance. Confidence. I am worthy of my own love and respect. Choose one. Say it out loud right now with conviction. Now I want to leave you with one final affirmation. This is the affirmation that changes everything. I want you to say it with me, out loud, with all the power and conviction you can find. This is your declaration of power, your commitment to yourself, your statement to the universe. Are you ready? Say it with me now. I can do it. I will do it. I am doing it now. Again, with even more power. I can do it. I will do it. I am doing it now. You have everything you need within you to create the life of your dreams. You always have. You just chose to begin. And that changes everything.